Hi everybody, this is Martin, and today we're going to do a unboxing video and preview of a game called Hunted Mining Colony 415, and that's designed by Gabe Barrett. And this is a game that is kind of a counterpart game to a previous game called Hunted Kobayashi Tower, which I have here in this baggie. That I've already kind of done a couple of live playthroughs about. Anyway, so Hunted Mining Colony 415 is kind of like the sister game of Hunted Kobayashi Tower. And this is a solitaire game. It plays in about 20 minutes, and it's for ages 14 and up. So let's give you the introduction here. You were on your way back to Earth after a year-long mission when a distress beacon abruptly roused you from hypersleep. The message was mostly static, but it was obvious that something terrible was happening at Mining Colony 415. Once you and your crew landed and started looking around, unidentified life forms started wreaking havoc. During the chaos, everyone got split up, and you don't know if anyone is alive or dead. Even Sprinkles, the ship's cat, is missing. And you just heard over the colony's announcement system that the self-destruct protocol has been activated, so you'll have to race back to landing pad 7 to get aboard your ship and get out of there before everything explodes, and you'll have to do it while being hunted by aliens. Okay, so that is the setup. If that sounds similar to something else, I'm sure that that is part of the deal here. And without further ado, let's get into looking over my print and play copy of Hunted that I put in this box here. So Gabe Barrett was nice enough to give me early access to the print and play files so that I could show this off to you. All right, so here we go. You open up the box and we have some tokens. And these tokens, if I can pour them out here, I made them single-sided for the prototype. So this is a Dexterity game. That is the primary mechanic for tangling with the aliens and for dispatching them. So for example, this is a grenade, and I believe this is flamethrower, and we've got some other tokens here. This is a token that allows you to throw a token. So use Dexterity to be able to throw tokens into the box, and you're trying to hit that alien. So, and there are obviously differences in size here and differences in shape, and that changes the characteristics of how you throw those tokens and their likelihood of being able to hit those aliens. We've got some keys to open doors here, and we've got some magazines. So similar to Hunted Kobayashi Tower, each of your weapons has a limited number of or magazines or clips, and each of those clips has a certain number of rounds. And obviously in this game you have limited ammunition, and if you run out, then you're basically dead, because you're not going to be able to tangle with a xenomorph barehanded. Okay, so let's get those tokens out of the way. And let's take a look at these guys here. So this is the Hunted deck over here. And this is not the final card back. That will be made, purpose-made by the graphic designer and the artist, the excellent graphic designer and artist for this game. This is just something I threw together because I like to have card backs for my print and plays, even my prototypes. So, this is the Hunted deck, and you're going to be these represent the things that you find and the places the corridors and doors that you encounter as you are making your way through Mining Colony 415. So there's a corridor right there. Oh, there's a xenomorph. The art is pretty amazing. Another corridor, a barricade. Oh, there's a pulse rifle. That's very, very handy. And as you can see here, the weapon cards tell you how many clips they take. So this one would have 3 clips of 4 rounds each. And it also nicely shows you, this is the icon of the token that represents the ammunition for this weapon. We found a crew member over here. Some grenades, going to be very nice, very handy. There's a door, and the door would require you to discard a key token or a key item to be able to open. And some of these cards have a single Xeno, some have 2 Xenos, and the number of hits you have to score to dispatch them is up here in the upper left. So this card would require 2 hits to be able to get rid of this threat here. All right, so in the final game, there will be about, here's the reference card that explains all of the different icons that you're likely to encounter in the sides of your cards. And put that aside. Yeah, so in the final version of this game, there will be, at this time, we're still in the prototype stages of this game, 70 cards in the Hunted deck. All right, so that gives you an idea of what to expect when you go through the Hunted deck and what the cards look like right now. And remember, we're still early in the prototype phase. Once this game launches on Kickstarter, it's going to have more final art. But as you can see, the art already looks very, very promising indeed. Anyway, that's the Hunted deck. Let me grab the location cards. So as you go through doors and go through other areas in the mining colony, you're going to find these locations. And these locations represent areas that you get into, and then stuff that you can possibly get. And some of them will have certain challenges that you have to do. So here's a supply room. If you get into the supply room, it'll allow you to get some stuff. There's another supply room. Here's an air duct. And you have to perform a skill test to be able to successfully navigate this air duct. If you succeed, you gain 1 time. So time is very important in this game. Fail, and you have to fight an alien with a power of 1. So there's those types of things. There's a trash compactor, the med bay. Here's the armory with a very nice graphic here. And if you enter the armory, you may pay 1 time to draw cards until you find an ammunition card, and you place that in your inventory and then reshuffle the rest back in the deck. So some imperfections here in my print and play prototype, but you get the idea that as you're going through, you'll be able to reveal location cards, and ultimately you want to get to the landing pad. Let me see if I can find that card really quick. Landing pad, here we go. This is how you're going to get off the ship. So if you make it to the landing pad, you have to fight the alien queen, and if you defeat it, you escape and win. And there are rules for how to set up the alien queen. I believe you have to hit her a couple of times, and she's pretty tough. All right, so those are the location deck. And in the final version of the game, there will be about 15 of these location cards. Right now, this version has 14. Cool. This card here represents your status. Get out. In the game. So you keep track of how much health you have. And the more health you have, the bigger this thing is, which I haven't actually gone through all of the mechanics yet. And here's time. And you'll start out the game with 6 health and 20 time. And then everything you do with respect to firing weapons or doing skill tests will lower your time. And if your time ever gets below 1, then you lose the game. If your health drops below 1, you lose the game. And over here, as you have this on your table, you're going to have your inventory of stuff that you've found as you've been making your way through the mining colony. And so that's that. And then this is the business end here. So the reason why I put it in this box is because this is where you're going to be doing your fighting and your skill tests. So you have this alien card here, and you have kind of this target location. And the idea is that when you have to tangle with an alien, you have to take one of your tokens, which is why I made them out of vinyl floor tile here, and I mounted it on them, is you're going to have to do a little bit of that. Now, if my token lands inside of this target zone, then I've scored a hit on the alien. If, however, I fling it and none of it is inside or even touching that zone, then I've made a miss. So part of the tension of this game is you have limited ammunition and different sizes of ammunition, so it's a lot harder to hit an alien with one of these things. That was a miss, right? than it is with a grenade like this, or this is a flamethrower. There you go. That's a hit. So that's part of the tension of the of this dexterity game mechanic. But yeah, the rules state that your hand is not like you can't just simply drop the token above like this. You have to like kind of like fling it, and that's what makes it a little bit more fun. Okay, so that is my quick preview of Hunted Mining Colony 415, and this is a sister game of Hunted Kobayashi Tower, and both of these games are scheduled to launch a Kickstarter on October 15, 2019. So watch out for that. Hunted by Mining Colony 415 and Hunted Kobayashi Tower from designer Gabe Barrett.